You've been through the storm. You've faced rejection, disappointment, and doubt. You've been knocked down more times than you can count, and at moments, you may have questioned whether you're strong enough to keep going. But despite all the pain, despite all the heartbreak and failure, here you are, standing tall, resilient, and unbroken. That's no accident. That's strength. The world has a way of making us feel small, of making us believe that we need others' approval to be worthy. It tries to convince us that our value is determined by how others see us, by whether we fit their standards, or if we gain their approval. But let me tell you something that will change your life. You don't need their validation. You don't need to beg for their attention or chase after people who can't even recognize the power within you. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone who's blind to your potential. Instead of begging for a place in someone else's world, build your own world. Build yourself. Focus on your growth, your strength, and your journey. Focus on the things that truly matter, your dreams, your goals, and your vision for your life. When you do this, the right people will naturally be drawn to you, not because you sought them out, but because you became someone who is so secure in their own purpose that they no longer need to beg anyone for anything. You'll stop looking for validation because you'll realize you've already been validated by the strength you've built within. The truth is, the world might not always see your worth in the beginning. People might overlook you, dismiss you, or even try to bring you down. But that's okay. Their opinion doesn't shape your reality. You do. Keep your head high, your heart strong, and keep moving forward. Don't beg for attention. Build yourself, and the world will eventually have no choice but to notice you. The strongest people in the world don't beg for anyone's love, respect, or admiration. They don't chase validation from those who can't see their worth, nor do they seek approval from those who don't truly understand their journey. Instead, they put all their energy into what they can control, their own growth, their own strength, their own greatness. They build themselves from the inside out, understanding that the real power comes not from the praise of others, but from the unwavering belief they have in themselves. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. The world may try to make you feel less than, to make you question your value, but your worth isn't defined by anyone else's standards or opinions. Your value is determined by what you create with your own hands, what you envision with your own mind, and the unshakable spirit that lives within you. You are not just a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your own hard work, resilience, and determination. Every step you take in silence, every hour you spend working on your dreams in the background is making you stronger. Those late nights, the sacrifices, the struggles that no one sees, they are shaping you. When you work in silence, you're quietly becoming the person you were always meant to be. The truth is, the ones who didn't pay attention to you before will suddenly find themselves drawn to your energy. But it's not because you begged for it, or even because you wanted it. It's because you've become someone who no longer needs anyone else's validation to know they are valuable. You've learned that the only opinion that matters is your own. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. That's your true mission. The world will try to distract you, make you compare yourself to others, and tell you that you're not enough. But you must remember this. Their view of you doesn't define you. The only thing that matters is what you think of yourself. The moment you realize that, you'll see the world shift. People will come, but only when you've already built yourself into someone who can't be shaken by outside forces. When you stop chasing after attention, you become magnetic. When you stop waiting for others to notice your worth, the world starts to see you for who you truly are. But even more powerful, you'll know that you never needed the world's attention to begin with. The only thing you ever needed was the courage to believe in yourself and the strength to keep moving forward, even when no one else was looking. Attention will come, but only when you stop chasing it. When you focus solely on your own growth, your own purpose, your own success, that is when the world will finally see the force of nature that you've become. And by then, you won't care whether they notice or not, because you will have already realized that you are enough, exactly as you are. You are the one who determines your worth, and you no longer need anyone else's permission to live your truth. Your journey, your purpose, your strength, it all comes from within. So keep building, keep moving forward, keep investing in yourself. Let your silence speak for you. And when you become the person you're meant to be, you'll realize that the only thing you were ever truly waiting for was to become the best version of yourself. And that's exactly what you're doing. Keep going because your time is coming. Now I want you to declare this for yourself. You've been through enough and it's time to take control. It's time to stop chasing after people who don't see your worth and start focusing on the person you're becoming. In the comments below, say it with me. I will build myself, not beg for attention. Let the world know that you've made a decision, a powerful, unshakable decision. You're ready to rise no matter who notices or who doesn't. You're ready to stop seeking validation from others because you understand that your strength, your value, and your greatness come from within. You don't need anyone's approval to know you're destined for more. You already have everything you need to succeed inside of you. So, let this be your declaration of independence. Let it be your reminder that your worth is not determined by others, but by the person you're becoming. Drop that comment below and claim your power. Own your journey. Build yourself up and watch how your life begins to change when you realize you've always had the power to create the life you deserve. It's time to rise. It's time to stop begging for attention and start demanding it by becoming the best version of yourself. There comes a moment when you realize you're not here to be controlled, not by people, not by fear, not by the need to be accepted. You weren't created to be someone's puppet. You were created with a purpose, with power, with a mind of your own. But if you don't learn to take that power back, they will keep pulling your strings. They'll control how you feel. They'll control how you see yourself. They'll control what you chase and what you give up. But here's the truth. Nobody has power over you unless you hand it to them. And today, right now, you're taking it back. They can't control you when you stop needing their approval. That's the first step. Because control doesn't start with chains. It starts with your need. They smile. You feel seen. They withhold. You feel worthless. They compliment you, and suddenly you feel valuable. They criticize you, and suddenly you question everything. That's not love. That's control. Because when your sense of worth depends on their mood, you're not living, you're performing. You're shrinking yourself to fit into their comfort zone. You're chasing peace in people who don't even have peace within themselves. But there comes a moment when you wake up, when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the fear of changing. And in that moment, you begin to take your power back. You realize, I don't need your permission to be myself. I don't need your applause to feel worthy. I don't need to suffer quietly just to stay in your good graces. The day you stop needing is the day you stop bleeding. You stop apologizing for growing. You stop bending just to be accepted. You stop shrinking so they can feel tall. You don't owe them your peace to prove your loyalty. You don't owe them your silence just to avoid conflict. You don't owe anyone your life just because they once clapped when you were useful to them. Let them call you selfish. Let them say you've changed. Let them play the victim when you finally draw the line. Because here's the truth. Your freedom is not up for negotiation. If they can't handle your truth, if they can't respect your boundaries, if they can't support your growth, then they were never aligned with your healing. They were only attached to your pain. Some people loved you better when you were broken, because broken people are easier to control. But whole people are powerful. And your power threatens what they thought they could always manipulate. And that's okay. You were never meant to stay small just so others could feel big. You were never meant to stay stuck just to keep others comfortable. You were never meant to be available to what drains you, destroys you, or denies your worth. You owe it to yourself and to the version of you that suffered in silence to stop being available to what's breaking you. Because that version of you deserves justice. And that justice begins when you choose you. This is your turning point. This is where power replaces people-pleasing. This is where clarity replaces chaos. And this is where control ends, because you no longer give them the key. Control dies where self-respect begins. Here's what you need to do. Stop explaining yourself. Stop justifying your silence. Stop staying in places that insult your soul. You were not born to beg for decency. You were not created to shrink so someone else feels big. You are not responsible for their comfort, especially when it costs your peace. Every time you lower your standards to keep the wrong people around, you betray the best parts of yourself. But the moment you say, enough, that's the moment you reclaim your identity. They will get angry when they can't use you. They will criticize you when you don't play their games. They will twist your story when you choose distance over disrespect. But let them talk, because they can't stand a version of you they can't control. This is not about being cruel. This is about protecting your soul. It's about choosing peace over performance, clarity over confusion, healing over history. So stand firm, say less, walk away with your head high, and don't look back, because they lost access to you the moment they tried to control you. If this message touched something buried deep inside you, don't scroll past it. Let it sink in. Let it shift you. Let it ignite something. Because this is not just a video. It's a mirror, a wake-up call, a moment of clarity in a world full of noise. You've carried enough. You've tolerated enough. You've been quiet long enough. This is your moment to rise, to break the pattern, to draw the line and say with every fiber of your soul, no more. No more bending just to be accepted. No more shrinking just to keep the peace. No more chasing people who don't even know how to value your heart. No more explaining yourself to those who choose not to understand. No more dimming your light so others don't feel insecure. No more staying where you're only tolerated, never celebrated, because today you don't just walk away, you walk back to yourself, to the version of you that no longer begs, that no longer explains, that no longer sacrifices peace for proximity. And this isn't about bitterness, it's about boundaries, it's about clarity, it's about finally reclaiming your soul from the people who thought they owned it. So right now, in the comments below, write these 2 words, no more. Say it with your chest. Say it for the younger version of you who didn't know better. Say it for the older version of you who deserves better. Say it for every night you cried, for every time you bit your tongue, for every time you gave too much. No more. Let that be your battle cry and your peace treaty, both at once, because from this moment on, you will protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. You will stop explaining your worth to those committed to misunderstanding you. You will rise in silence, stand in power, and move with purpose. You will no longer hand over the keys to your mind, your emotions, or your time. This isn't just a comeback. This is a rebirth, a quiet revolution, a decision to stop being controlled and start living on your terms. Let the world hear it in your silence. Let them feel it in your absence. Let your boundaries echo louder than your words ever could. Comment, no more, if this is your time. Let it be your line in the sand. Let it be your freedom song. Because after everything you've been through, you don't owe anyone anything except the promise to never betray yourself again.